The great outdoors, organised activities, having fun.
You're a young person. You want to find out about the countryside. You want to go camping. You want to join the club. But you're not interested in competition. You'd rather cooperate. You don't want to wear a uniform. And you certainly don't want any regimented rules. So that's the guides and the scouts out. Instead, let's join the Woodcraft folk.
We say peace. Peace to all people. Peace to all people all over the world.
The movement has 27,000 members. This is the Hebden Bridge group. Woodcraft folk are idealists who want equality, democracy and peace.
Care about the world. Care about the world and everything in it.
The origin of the movement goes back to the beginning of the century, when Baden-Powell's scouts were run like the army. Even the girl guides had drill and discipline. It was too right-wing for some. The Woodcraft folk broke away and set up on their own. It was a radical organisation well ahead of its time. They let in both boys and girls. They were non-denominational, no church services.
It started in 1925 by a group of young people in East London who had been involved in the Scout movement, but were rather disillusioned with that in the period after the First World War, and wanted to set up an organisation which had the best of what they'd learnt in the Scout movement, the outdoors work, and particularly in those days, which was quite rare, to take working class children from the cities out into the countryside.
Listen to us, we are the Woodcraft folk.
One big difference is the way Woodcraft folk make decisions. The young people have as much of a say as the adults, whether it's an important decision or just choosing what to have for dinner. The emphasis is on cooperation. Competition is a bit of a dirty word. Take this parachute game. Unless everyone pulls together, no one has fun. But given that we live in an increasingly competitive world, are these cooperative children being put at a disadvantage?
We're not teaching them to be non-competitive. We're bringing them up to fulfil all the capabilities that they've got, to fulfil their potential. We're building up their self-esteem, and I don't think you can do any better than that, whatever sort of world you live in.
Oh, well done, Lee.
A group of venturers, 13 to 15-year-olds, have volunteered to do some work at the site of the movement's latest acquisition, a camping barn. Or it will be when it's finished. This is a £200,000 project. Some money's come from the lottery.
We're not a particularly rich organisation. We've up to now had 3 centres around the country, and this is our 4th. And it's very well located halfway between the Manchester and Leeds areas, so there'll be plenty of opportunity for our groups in the cities to come out here. People will turn up with their sleeping bags, and there'll be places to sleep on the floors in there, nothing terribly luxurious. Groups will probably come for either a weekend or in holiday times, in the school holidays, perhaps for weeks. There'll be a chance to do activities in the building because we've got a big barn, but also a chance to get out and about in the countryside and to get up on the hills and enjoy the countryside we've got here.
Back at base camp, little fingers are learning some survival skills. Naturally, it's a collective effort to build a bender, a wicker shelter. These elfins and pioneers are little angels, but they never say prayers or salute the flag. Are they anarchists?
We don't not support the Queen and country, and we don't not believe in God. We've got Quakers, we've got Jewish children, we've got ordinary practising Christians, and we've got people of no religion, and we've probably got others for all I know. But Woodcraft folk, because they believe everyone's equal and everyone's rights ought to be respected, then we don't bring religion into what we do.
Food for thought. Talking of which, grubs up. Vegetarian, of course. That was the joint decision. It tasted great. The Woodcraft folk movement is high-minded, idealistic, nice. But what do the kids get out of it?
What does it teach you about the countryside? What have you
To be
learned?
pleasant to it. It's for both boys and girls. So it doesn't just pick out one type of person.
And once we were on a school trip and everyone was trampling on the ants.
And now you're in Woodcraft folk, you don't do that?
Yeah.
It has lots of crafting activities, so I really like that, and it's really fun and enjoyable, and they have quite a lot of walks, which is really good for your body.
been on the long walk today.
And what did you like about that?
That we got to go into the pub afterwards and nobody else did.
I love the mountains, I love the rolling hills, I love the sunshine, the golden daffodils, I love
The Woodcraft folk have been going strong for more than 70 years. A breakaway group with revolutionary ideas. Time's marched on. The world's become more liberal, but they're as radical as ever.
Rupert Seeger reporting there. And now it's time to go over